Conversations is here. And of course, Dr. Precious is always up to some mischief every time on the. Yeah, you're always up to some mischief because last week when you were talking about the guys, I knew that you were just gearing up to come and attack the ladies. You said 5 mistakes guys make, single guys make. And then today you say 5 mistakes single ladies make. And then you tell me you have 2 bonus points. Why didn't you give me 2 bonus points for the guys last week?
No, I could leave them out of it. You see, it's good at times to stir up controversy.
I think it's just that you like to be on the opposite side. When you're on the opposite side, you're a bit more hard on the women. You're harder.
You saw all the points, and you will agree with me. They are all true.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's had conversations on the bumper breakfast this morning, but of course, my birthday is here, and I'm sure he wants to sing for me.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll play the saxophone for you, okay?
Oh,
I'll do that for you. Okay, let's go. 5 mistakes single ladies make. Number 1, making yourself too available.
How do you do that?
Good. Now, you see, too much availability brings contempt. When you become too available for a man, you choke him.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yes. Now, let me explain this. You demotivate a man when you make yourself overly available.
Like going to move into his house and living with him.
He just met you the next week, you have brought your bag, and then you're coming with your younger sister.
Bros, now that's not too available.
And then
that's too much.
And as if that's not enough,
do that?
Some do that. And then as if that's not enough, every time you want to talk to him, you want to be with him, you want to bring a topic, you want to talk about something new. And you may think that, you see, for a woman, when they meet somebody new, what fills their emotional tank is companionship. But for a man, for his emotional tank to be full, he needs his space. And then he comes back again fresh. Women are blessed with verbal powers, but men, they may not talk so much, but they need their space at times. That's why, you see, if you want to make yourself of much value, you must not be too available. I call that giving...
So are you saying that we should be ignoring phone calls?
No, I'm not saying you should ignore phone calls, but I'm saying you should
availability, do you mean physical availability or emotional or...
Physical availability.
Okay, all right.
Physical availability.
So not the phone call
like
availability.
You're everywhere. Now look at this. You see, you need to have a life yourself. Before you can even think of a life partner, you need to get a life. It's important you have something that drives you on a daily basis. If everything that drives you is on that relationship, I can assure you there may be no future there, because
there must be something else.
There must be something else to fuel your life. You see, it's important you understand that being too available breeds contempt and reduces your value.
Okay.
And you won't want that to happen. It gets to a level you're calling him, he's not picking the call because he's tired.
You've been too all over him.
He has to want you. Yeah, thank you. He has to desire you. You have to create that miss me kind of factor.
Okay.
Let him miss you. A wise man once said, love doesn't die of starvation. It dies of indigestion. What causes indigestion? Too much. Having too much.
Love doesn't die of starvation.
It dies of indigestion.
Which means if you eat too much, you get okay, I get you now.
Constipation, it won't digest. So if you're too available, you're killing that love. You actually think you're building love, especially at that foundational stage. Don't be too available. You see, according to the 48 laws of power, you can increase your relevance by being absent. You don't go everywhere. You increase your relevance.
You reminded me of that book. That's true.
You increase by Robert Greene.
Yes.
You increase your relevance by being absent.
By being
sometimes.
absent.
You don't go everywhere.
Intentionally absent.
Yes. Number 2, giving too much too soon. You're meeting the guy today and you're telling him how you were raped, how you were disvirgined, how you dated 5 guys, how you did this. You're giving all the stories at once.
Like really?
Some
like
ladies
I'm hiding
make
my
that
face right
mistake.
now.
It's your birthday. You should be free.
People do that.
You see, it's good to spread your experience. The first date is for you to know where he's from, for him to know where you're from. Oh, what do you do? some simple yes, no answers. You don't need to go in detail. You see, even God operated in the Old Testament in stages. We had the outer court, the inner court, and the holies of holies. Okay? The outer court, everyone was there.
Yes.
And everyone talks about your friends. The inner court, only the priests were there. That talks about the person you're planning to have a relationship with. When you're getting to that level of courtship, then you can start sharing some things step by step in stages. And then the holies of holies, it's only the chosen one, not the priests, not all of them, just the chosen one. You know, there is the called and there is the chosen. There are some who were called, some were flashed, but there's one that was chosen. So only the chosen one goes into the holies of holies. That's your husband. By the time you get married, then you have somebody that you can share everything.
So it's not like everywhere, you're all over the place, you're giving
spreading
him
all the
information.
No, it's not necessary. Don't
when you get
open everything.
that means when you get intimate, and I mean not physical intimacy now, I'm saying when you now get to the point of wanting to get married,
then you can start telling him most of those things.
Most, not
Yes.
all.
No, you have the privilege. You have the what will
Freedom.
I use? You have the freedom to tell him as much as you want to. Now let me break this down in this matter.
But what about that school of thought? Tell everything.
Okay, now listen to this, Tomisi. We're talking about the highway just now, right? Now, on the highway, speed kills. In relationships, speed kills. I'm not saying you shouldn't tell everything, but I'm saying maturity is the ability not to lie and not to tell the whole truth. You don't rush things. Oh, I was this. Oh, I was a bad girl. Oh, I was a prostitute. Oh, I was a rascal. Oh, this is this. Oh, this is. You take it step by step. Men get fed up very easily. That's why the pace at which the man started chasing you with is not the pace he uses when you get in. He doesn't continue.
Wait, so it starts chasing you, it's all over you.
Good morning,
make
baby.
yourself-
You woke up well. Good afternoon. Have you eaten? Good evening. Good night.
When
And
it's 6 months down the line, he doesn't do that.
then good morning, then good night.
Okay, and then when it's like a year,
Good morning.
and then he calls
Good
you.
morning the next morning. And then good morning the other morning. And then when it's a long time when you are now giving birth to children for him, Mama John, how are you? How is John? So what I'm saying is
Nobody
not.
craves that kind of relationship, Dr. Precious. I don't think that's right.
And you see, let me tell you something. Most people who try to deceive you in relationships are usually not patient and they don't like process. So if you want to know the genuine guys, you need to have two things: patience and put them through the process. I usually tell people it's important to recognize that there was a law I propounded some years back in school. I said the average young lady, before she finally gets married, if care is not taken, she would have slept with nothing less than 10 guys. And somebody asked me why. I said, if you think you are to satisfy all your boyfriends, you will end up having sex with them and still not marry them.
True.
Because when you have given him too much, you've given him the sex that he wants to marry you for. So what's the motivation for the marriage at the end of the day? He has not gotten into the holies of holies. He has gotten a gratuity. How sure are you that he wants to go that far?
And then he will start chasing the girl that is hiding it, that is hoarding it, that does not want it.
That's if he does not even chase your friend who is well behaved.
Okay.
So
let's
you
go
shouldn't
to the
give
next
him
one.
everything. And like I will always say, stop giving husband benefits to boyfriend commitments.
Oh my.
Stop giving husband benefits
Now
to boyfriend commitments.
That's deep. We need to have a hard conversation on just that topic.
Yes, that's very deep. But let's go to number 3. Throwing away other vital relationships. Now this is very important. You see, I love to say women love love. Like T-Babe. We know you love love. We can see the pink everywhere. Now, women love love. When a woman is in love, they tend to sidetrack every other thing. There is an intensity of the love burning in their heart. The desire to see that person. You see that emotional drive. So they ignore and neglect every other person. They just want to concentrate on this guy. This is my counsel. Do not neglect and ignore your friends and family. Because when the ships are down, you need them to fall back on. And then let me say this here, Tomisi. Do you know that your relating with those people will actually help to create a balance in your life?
Even in your relationship.
Yes, because you need somebody who's not in that relationship
With
for
you.
your head to be balanced.
Very true.
Because sometimes, like I
Someone looks at you
always,
from the outside.
like they say, marriage is blind.
Yes, sir.
Love is blind. But marriage will open your
Yeah.
eyes.
Marriage will keep your eyes like this.
Yes, love is
Omo,
blind, but
like
marriage
do
will
it.
open your eyes. When you get in, you will understand that you don't deflect your family members, your friends, your mentors, because they are not in that relationship with you, so they can judge from an outsider's perspective. And trust me, you need a balance.
Number 4.
Number 4, not building yourself. You see, we talked about not learning enough for the guys. Now on the ladies, not building yourself. You
You
see,
need to build yourself up.
yes, most ladies focus
Add value
focus
to
on their
yourself.
attractions, but they are not caring about attention. You see, attraction can help you get a man, but it takes your attention to
keep
keep that man. They are focused on the outside. You need to look inward. Your shape can attract a man, but you need to be sharp to keep that guy.
Number 5.
And then
Your shape can attract a man, but you need to be sharp.
and let me just give this
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You see, there are
You want to
7
bust my
areas
head,
of
abi?
development every human should understand when it comes to building
Are you not
yourself.
celebrating my birthday?
I am.
You have 5 minutes to go.
Okay. Now, there are 7 areas I'll just run through. Number 1, spiritually. Number 2, mentally. Number 3, financially. Number 4, domestically. Number 5, emotionally. Number 6, physically. And finally, number 7, socially. If you can develop yourself on these areas, I'm telling you, you're good to go. And finally, point number 5, ignoring patterns. Ladies tend to ignore patterns, and that's a big mistake. Do not ignore the patterns. You see, patterns don't lie. Patterns don't lie. Don't just focus on your emotions.
Focus on him.
Yes.
Be able to
Ask
see
yourself
him.
some questions. Is he proud? How does he treat people around him? How does he talk to less privileged people? Is he always broke? Or is he domineering? He doesn't listen to anybody. All these are things you need to ask yourself. Will he be a father figure to my children? Am I going to be proud of him? Are my kids going to be proud that I gave them this father?
10 years down the line.
Ask yourself those questions. They will help you.
Oh my, this is a powerful one this morning from Dr. Precious. Thank you so much for bringing 5 mistakes. I really think you should keep your bonus points to yourself right now. Because I think they made
No. I'm not even giving them out. I just gave them to you. But if guys want that, they can follow us on Instagram, Dr. Precious Uwas, and just get all of that.
All right. I think it's time to celebrate.
And Tommy say, while I'm wishing you a happy birthday as a very prominent, beautiful, successful young lady, I want to put it out there to everyone who has been trying in relationships and it's not been working. I want you to know that you don't give up. Keep trying. And by the way, if relationship does not work, try other ships. Partnership, entrepreneurship, and every other kind of ships.
I think I should stole you with my Why are you making a speech with my back? I thought it was going to say something like, try follow to me, say, try.
No. But see, today is all about you. We need to
thought-
create a